Welcome to the Real Talk with Missy and Fabio.
The honest side of real estate with all you must know to survive in this market.
Welcome everybody to our new podcast, Missy and Fabio. And today we have a great guest.
Yes.
One of my dear friend.
Yes.
Been
thank
all
you.
around here, you know.
She's been around the barn and back.
So
Yes. Mm-hmm.
But she's landed here today, and we're just so excited to share Sherrie with you all. And we want you to, if you have any questions or comments for her as well as for us, just slip it in there, and we'll get back to you guys just as soon as we can. And we want you to subscribe, ring the bell, push the button.
click the red button.
The red button.
Didn't that sound like a UK guy?
Yes.
Yeah,
You
that
sound.
sounds
Yeah,
like
you sounded
you.
great. Yes.
Anyway.
And just full disclosure, I will answer most questions, not all the questions, but please go ahead and ask away.
Wow,
guys.
that's kind of spicy. We'll do the best we can.
But anyway, today we have Sherrie Shaw. Did I say
Yes.
it right?
Marie.
Marie?
Sherrie Marie.
Oh, Marie. Sherrie Marie. That sounds like a French.
I know.
Anyway.
Ma chérie amour.
Oh my God.
Yes.
You see,
okay.
it's going to be
Here we
a lot of fun. So, Sherrie,
Yes.
just let us know a little bit about you because I know it's a lot of things to talk.
Well,
wait.
yeah.
My
Okay.
my question is just to how you got. Let's go back a little bit because you've
Okay.
lived here for a while, so not too far, but just
Right.
where your experiences come from and your public. You are like the public marketing queen for everybody. How did you start in this world here?
Well, so I lived in North Stafford for probably about 20 years.
Oh, okay.
Yep, and that's where I raised my kids. Both of my kids graduated from Mountain View High School.
Oh.
I went to Mount Ararat for a long time. I was a substitute teacher in Stafford County
You
schools.
see
I
that?
don't
Yes,
see
for like
that.
9 years. Yes, I was substitute teacher, Sunday school teacher, Bible school teacher, and then I also was a senior sales director for Mary Kay. I know, shocking. But so actually, I was going through a divorce, and I needed to make some extra money, and I needed a place to live, and so I went through my church, found a real estate team there at Mount Ararat, and they helped me get to a rental with me and my kids, and then she needed an assistant. And she said, "You need a job?" I said, "Yes, I do. I need a job." And so I started with
Got
them.
that roof? Got that job?
Yep. And I was moving and shaking. I ended up moving to another team, and so I was an agent at Coldwell Banker Elite in North Stafford for about 5 years.
Okay.
So that's really kind of where. And of course, this was in 2008, 2009. And any of you that were around then, you
I don't
know.
remember that.
The market was challenging
Awful.
to say the least.
Yes, and so I was on Chris Beach's team. Of course, he's been deceased now, but I mean, love him, love Karen. Karen Beach, I hope you're listening to this.
She will. We'll tag her.
Okay, yes, yeah. But yeah, so Karen and I worked with Chris, and we did REOs, we did reloads, and we did short sales. So just for everyone,
What's an REO?
REO is a foreclosure. Again, most of you know there was a lot of people that if they didn't have to put their home in short sale, it went into foreclosure. So I became short sale and foreclosure. Yep. And then we also did relocation. And so, I mean, there was a lot of the behind the scenes. So I feel like I really got my start in real estate, doing like all the behind the scenes stuff, so that a lot of the things like people don't understand really how hard real estate agents work.
People, you don't think they understand what? And our mission is always to take the crazy off of everybody's shoulders, so
Right.
they don't understand.
Right.
And I think a lot of times they think that, oh my God, what did I pay them for?
Exactly.
Well,
and so
they don't understand these bags under our eyes and whatever else, you know what I mean? It's a lot of work, and
Yes.
the backdoor stuff is very important.
Yep. And so so that's how I got started with that, and then I was looking at going into real estate full time, but then just the age that my kids were, I decided that it was better for me to try to do something that had a little bit more structured time. And also, again, just because of what was going on in my life, I need to make sure I have steady income. I need to make sure I had insurance, all that kind of stuff.
Right.
And so then I started working for a title company. business development that I had worked with as a real estate agent. So that's how I kind of got into working with that. And then once I started, my kids graduated, and so my family's not from around here. So I just found myself with a lot of time on my hands.
Ooh,
And
that's
I'm like,
trouble. That's
I
a
know,
money
yeah.
expenditure or whatever, right?
And so I was like, okay, let me make sure I'm doing something good with my time. And so that's where I really started getting involved with like a lot of charities. One of my passions is with Greater Fredericksburg Habitat for Humanity. And so we started the Women Build Committee. But then also too, it's like I started really getting involved at the local association and getting involved with different committees there, with education. And so I really just kind of like immersed myself, and I'm passionate about connecting people. And so, real estate has kind of been like my avenue for doing that, but it's connecting people with all different, with all different areas.
That's what we
But
do.
don't you feel like, I don't know, it happens to me, maybe it's a lot of people, and I feel like it's the way it happens to you, like if something has to happen to click to move forward. Like in your case, was your divorce. Maybe you wasn't, moving forward or getting all those maybe.
Yes, it felt at the time it felt like that I was moving backwards. But now looking back on it, it was setting me up for a great comeback.
Yeah, the door closed and the other one opened up. So.
That's amazing. That's
Well,
good.
and so like one of the things that I always say is that change your perspective, change your life. And so obviously we're all sitting down now, so you guys can't see that I'm 5'1" on a good hair day. Today's not a good hair day, but anyways.
Oh, looks great.
Oh, thanks.
Beautiful.
My magician is Gail, so I'll make sure I put her information on here too.
Yes.
She's the only one that knows my true hair color. Anyways,
It's all good.
But I remember like when I was younger, like whenever anything was lost, I was always the one that could find it. And so that's where it kind of all rose in together, where you change your perspective, you change your life. I always looked at things from a different perspective. So, like things were like down, like, on the floor or down like at a lower level or something like that. Or I also wasn't afraid to climb trees and climb up in chairs and stuff like that. So I've just always.
I can be with that.
Oh, yes. Uh-huh.
So you feel like manifestation? I mean, you really think things. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And
I think we all can do that.
Yeah.
We just have to wake up and smell the roses, or actually just be real about what's happening in our world.
Yeah.
Well,
and accept
yes.
it.
Right. And that's just it, is that, and again, part of that too, though, is looking at things from a different perspective. It doesn't mean that we're all going to agree on things, but we're all going to have mutual respect for each
that's the most
other,
important
and we're all going to appreciate that we're all different.
And appreciate each other, period.
Look at me, I'm from Ohio. And,
So,
Actually,
yes, he actually said where he was actually from yesterday, and I'm like, you're not going to tell him Ohio?
I didn't know too many people around there. So
I just
wanna
found
be,
this great wine from this little winery, and it's in Ohio, but it's really close to the Pennsylvania border. Okay, and I'm a child of the 80s and 90s, and so love Prince, and so they have this wine called Purple Rain. So it's my new favorite. Yes, I'll make sure that I put that information in the comments
Is it
too.
white or red?
No, it's red.
It's red.
Hold on, but it's
good.
So
Purple Rain. I got
it's a
it.
little bit.
Sorry.
Yeah.
That's a blonde moment.
yeah.
That was a blonde moment.
Hey,
Come on, where's all my
English
Prince?
my English is getting better.
I had to think
know
it
you're
through.
tired.
Where's
you're
all my
tired.
Prince fans? Yeah, so Purple Rain. So anyways, it's not as good as, what is it that we get at Taparillo?
God, I forgot about it. Hold on.
It starts with an M, right?
But
Anyways,
good.
it's a really good red.
well, that's
So
good.
it's a little bit sweeter than that, but it's still very
Oh,
good.
that's great. That's
Anyways, talking about Ohio, keep going. I could keep going.
Yeah. So let me ask you.
Yeah.
So you born with a gift, like be a people person, or you just built, or you have a confidence? When do you start to be like the what do you call it, the center of the universe?
Center of the universe.
Okay, yeah, that's
Get you out the door.
that's a little bit scary. So this is something, and actually I'm sharing this now, so I'll have to come up with something new when we play those games of, two truths and a lie. So I actually grew up, I was very, very shy. We went to a very different church, and so we were kind of like really like isolated and everything, and I didn't really have any friends, and I stuttered. And so I really did not start. It was probably high school, and I learned how to slow down. Like I taught myself to stop stuttering.
Wow.
So that's where it kind of gave like a little bit of confidence and everything. And then, again, it was just a lot of the things that I thought were like setbacks, but it was really setting me up, and all the different paths that I've taken, all the different things that I've done. I've met so many amazing people on that. And I actually went to school to be an accountant. Can you imagine
That's
me?
a whole other side of the brain, right?
Well, I'm left-handed,
It's
and
a lot of fun.
hold on, you know, left-handed
Numbers.
people are the only ones in their right mind.
Nice. I like it.
But anyway, so I mean that's where I kind of like was my background from. But becoming a mom, I got married young. I was a young mom and everything. But really, it's my kids, Sarah and Justin.
How old are they now? And
So
your grandbabies.
yeah, so Justin will be 27 and Sarah will be 30. I know I don't look old enough.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Only your hairdresser knows.
Only my hairdresser knows. Yes. So, and then my grandkids, Hazel will be 2 in December, and Jackson, Jackson will be 4.
Wow.
Yes. So it was just really, I mean, like learning, making mistakes. Having to go back.
Well, you don't grow unless you
Right.
try and you fall and you get back up.
But I think that's it. Just being able to, that I wanted to have that open relationship with my children, and that they could come to me and say like if I'd hurt their feelings or I'd done something that, whatever that they didn't like, I was still the parent. I was still always a disciplinarian and everything, but to kind of have that open relationship, and I think that's where a lot of my confidence came. Of course, the church that I went to in North Stafford, there was just a lot of people there that when I didn't feel like at my best, I mean they were right there, shouldering me up, and so that's where like the confidence started building, and so that's why here just recently, like I said, I did the real estate for 5 years. I was in title for 10 years. And that's why I just recently took the job at Summit.
Yeah, you got a new career now.
Well, Mike and Linda created that position for me. I mean, there's no one else at Summit Mortgage that has my position at a branch level. There are some people at corporate in Minnesota.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm the
So
only
Summit
one.
is a
It's a national.
Okay.
I know
Oh, I
that.
thought
yeah.
it was his company.
No,
Okay,
no,
cool.
no. We're in 37 states now, I think. Yeah,
Good to know.
yeah. But that's just it. Is that what Mike and Linda they created this position for me, and that was just something where I was like, wow. When someone
No
else,
pressure there.
Not at all. She's the only one.
I mean, he did say that he wants to retire in 5 years, so I better get to work. Yes.
right.
So that's just it. But that was just a thing. It's like I just had this big birthday. Turning 39 again was.
Yeah, that's not.
Yeah.
So,
Anyway.
do you see any difference between the two careers that you have? The last one from the title company and now it's completely different, or it's just kind of
Well,
the same?
so I'm still doing business development, and that's where that title right there, I think, just encompasses a lot of things. It's sales, it's marketing,
Right.
it's community outreach, and so it's business development. But what I do, it's not just business development for like the loan officers in the company. It's business development with how I pour into the realtors. So like sitting down with you guys like one-on-one and like getting to know you, and like. If you're successful and if I'm helping you be successful, then we're all gonna be successful.
That's true.
So that's what I'm doing. I'm taking all the contacts that I've had, and like I said, moved to North Stafford in 1993, when it was still just 2 lanes. Can you believe that?
Yes.
that
That's
was
crazy.
Before all of that there. And so I've taken all my experiences and all my connections. I actually worked for a builder in North Stafford in 1995. And there's still some people that are in, the real estate industry today that I know.
Were there?
Yeah, from back then. So it's taking all those experiences, and just it's a different platform, but I'm still it's making the connections, and it's trying to help other people be successful. And I think because I didn't have the confidence in myself for so long, that's one of the biggest things that I try to do, is that when I talk to people, it's like, what do you like about yourself? What
huge.
makes you special? You know? And so, like, if
But some people they can't answer it because they've never really asked themselves
exactly.
that question.
And here's what I say, you know, like when I see them like struggling with that, it's like, you know what, it's okay. I mean, and that's just it. It's okay. Like I don't want to, you know, make you feel, you know, like uncomfortable.
But I mean,
or
it's
anything.
good. It's
Yeah.
good for people
that's what I
to
say.
ask themselves that
Yeah,
question.
and I'm gonna say, because me and Sherrie, we had a cup of coffee before, and she shared with me a lot of tips that helped me out a lot.
That's right. Yes.
Yeah,
I was going to
so-
say, you know what, Fabio? Before you and I met for a coffee that first time, you were pretty shy yourself.
Well, I was always no. But let me tell you, it happens to me. I was very shy before.
Well, you were conscientious more of your language. No?
No, that was fear. But before,
okay.
when I was young, when I was like a teenager, I was very, very, very shy. I mean,
Really?
yeah, my mom, like I say, he had a boyfriend, a girlfriend, and I just start sweating, and I don't want to even talk about it. You know, go to a group and I didn't even want to see people.
Yeah.
It was kind of, oh my God, they're looking at me, and you know, it was really scary at the moment. But when you get confident and you start getting, and I think everything is about knowledge. When you start,
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, and it is, and it's building on those successes. And I think that, you know, I mean, that's something like, I mean, I've known you for a while, you know, and I've known you for a couple, you know, few years now. But it's like building on your successes. You know, I mean, like think about, you know, when you were a new realtor, like, you know, what did you do?
I got my license to sell houses that we had in 2006.
Yeah. Oh.
That was my
Missy,
mission
oh my
because
God.
our agent just checked out. He was gone. And I'm thinking, wow, this is going to be ugly. And,
Yeah.
you know, we're going to go down if somebody doesn't do something. So I just actually got it just to sell those houses because I was working, I have an orthopedic background. You know, 20 some years of orthopedics, ER, OR.
I didn't know that.
oh, you
Yeah,
see?
ER, OR.
I love
and
these
then-
podcasts.
yeah.
It's great.
Well, it's fun because same thing. That's what we said. You know, we sit down with people and we think we know you, and
Right.
then all this other stuff. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, but I stayed then, and I did short sales mostly for the military because they didn't realize they could do a short sale without
Right.
jeopardizing their clearance, which would
Yes,
jeopardize their
yes.
job. But they're still making their mortgage payments,
Right.
so it didn't mess their credit up. so you can do it.
Well, and like some
So,
of the mortgage companies then too, though, they wouldn't even let you apply for short sale until you were 3 months late.
yeah.
Yes, that was.
But I think
Awful.
it's just, we learned a lot then.
Yeah.
And now they have platforms to do a more efficient short sale without penalizing
Right, right.
everybody of the yingling like they did in the beginning. But
Yeah.
yeah, so I mean, we all have our stuff that we build on over the years. And I mean, even today, yesterday, I mean, we went to that awesome seminar, and I feel more knowledgeable and more
yes,
confident
yes,
than
yes.
even just from yesterday.
Yes.
So it just is being educated.
Well,
but
but
that's
that's
a big
just
deal.
but that's just it though too. It's also being teachable, coachable, trainable.
That's
like
true.
like that's
That's
just
true.
it. You know, I certainly don't think that I know, you know, everything. I just recently have gotten to know Gordon Duncan pretty well, and it's like he is so I mean
So
like
the first time I met him, he had just attended his first Tony Robbins thing. And
No
the
way.
dude was on fire, and
Yeah.
he couldn't decide what and when. But that was like the deal maker for him.
Yeah.
And he just has blossomed over these last 3 years like crazy.
yeah
So-
yeah.
You know, I was talking today. Was it today? Yes, today. This morning, some agent. He said like he only's been selling like 5 deals this year. So I said, listen, what are you doing?
Right.
You're doing something wrong. If somebody, you know, you have a coach and you can have a coach, but if they tell you to do something, you don't do it.
Right. Yes.
What's the difference?
What's
Why
the
bother?
difference gonna be, you know? You can say whatever you want to say. You can say, "Oh my God, the situation is really bad." Well, the
Yeah.
situation is going to be bad because you're making it to be bad. You know, that's. I think it's, you know, but it's part of life.
But it's never bad.
No.
I mean, you just got to move on.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, get out of the bad box.
Yeah.
Get out of the bad box and move into the happy box, or make it the best you can.
Yeah, it's like Sherrie was telling you. You have to be, what you call it, coachable,
Coachable, teachable, trainable.
and trainable, and take action.
Oh, I mean, I'm sure.
and do one
I
thing
stole
from
that.
yesterday.
One thing,
you
yes,
know?
yeah.
Well, and that's just it. I mean, focus on one thing. I mean, that's a great book that everyone's read. The one thing.
Oh yeah, the one thing. Ooh, amazing.
But that's. I mean, it's like focusing on that. And like I was just talking, like with our loan officers, we've been going through training now, and it's like, you know what, you need to pick, like like you're like top 3, top 5, because like having this like thing like, oh, I want to do all of this. I mean, it seems like insurmountable, but just pick those few things to focus on, and really become good at those, and and surround yourself with people that you can learn from.
Yeah, that's true.
Better than, smarter than you.
Yes,
You always want to be the
That's
dumbest
what
one in the room.
You.
Oh, yeah, right.
My
yeah.
English has to be improved. You know,
Hold on. Here's my Spanish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
you're doing great. You're doing great.
Uno momento, por favor.
I got dos seconds.
Hold on. What was the other one? I already forgot it.
Bathroom?
Oh, yes, that one. Yeah.
Gotta
So
know
if you know how to ask for a beer in the
Beer in the bathroom. You're golden.
Uno cerveza, por favor.
Yeah. That's great. You got it. You know, one of the things that I've been doing lately is like, even that you read a great book, you have to take it and have it like as a consultant, because you need some time to back up and come back.
As
and,
a what?
You know, as a consulting book. Consulting? Did I say it right? What I mean to say.
You mean the paper? I mean, the actual that you could read it as a reference?
Yeah, go back and, you know, because sometimes
Yes.
Well,
you just say, oh, I read the book.
Yeah.
And then 5 years later.
But you're a different
But
person.
you're different.
5 years.
You read a different part, and it makes sense
Yes.
later
Well,
on, I think.
Yeah, I got it, and then I got notes, and I say, well, I'm going to go back again, because sometimes, you know, we are very easy to create bad habits, and then you can lose right away. So sometimes I feel like, oh, I'm down. So I go to Tony Robbins, that I have a book, and oh my God, you know, I need to do this and change my mind and my mindset, and then everything is great.
Well, we listen to
Clubhouse.
the Clubhouse Real Estate All Day, Wanakala, every day. I mean, that's kind of our mastermind. And it's because it's people that are from all over the place. And everybody always wants the Audible. And Juan is like, get the real book, you know, highlight it, make your notes, and it's just amazing how I learn that way.
Yeah.
I'm an oral. I like to hear it. I'm not a reader, so to read is a struggle for me. But if I do read it and then go ahead and highlight and take my notes, it just is so much. I learn it then because you're writing it, you're hearing it, you're seeing it, everything.
Yeah. And one of the things is that, to be honest, is every day you learn something.
Absolutely.
Hold on. I think every day you have the opportunity to learn something new, but again, you have to be open to what's out there.
Yeah, that's true.
Because some people just walk around, you know, with their head in the clouds, or think that they know everything, and they're missing all these opportunities.
Well, Missy always got kind of make fun of me because I say I used to hate to do videos.
I'm not making fun. You love it now.
Well, I love it now, but I used to be, oh my God, sweating. And one video, it took me like an hour.
Yeah, because you'd have to redo it.
Yeah, redoing and redoing.
Not redoing them anymore, are we?
No, I don't do that.
Yeah.
I mean, people have to see what I am. My English is not perfect, so if I made a mistake, please just text me and say.
Right.
Like every
you're
time
not sleeping in it
No,
anymore.
every time that I post, my daughter say, "Oh, you made a mistake. I just fix it." So you know, I have a lot of people that help me out.
Right.
So it's good.
Well, but I think that people see that you're authentic. And again, I mean, and
we
doing,
want them to know the real
Right.
people. I don't want somebody that doesn't know who we really are.
Right.
Say, hey, do you guys have room for us on your calendar this week?
Yeah.
Well, absolutely, if you understand who we are.
Well,
So.
and again, it's like being able for people to see that it's a couple of things. I mean, obviously, you're going to the training, so you're learning. So they see that you are experts in your field. But then also seeing you as authentic, that makes you relatable. You know, I mean, it's like, I mean, who
Sometimes
wants to?
I say something that's like, and Bobby goes, oh. I'm like, keep rolling, just keep rolling, moving on. So,
Yeah.
That's good.
but we really, I think yesterday we learned a lot again too. It's all about video. It's all about
Yes.
authentic. I mean, everybody that spoke yesterday had their thing. You know, the guy was a guitarist. Somebody loved to speed up and do. They were wonderful at editing. Glenda Baker, of course, is Glenda Baker.
Yeah.
You know, and it was just, to me, I think this is awesome that where our careers are going because they can understand who we are. And we're not just dialing 1-800, I need an agent.
Right.
You know, if you do your research, if you can't find anything about that person,
Yes.
go
Check
dig
box.
a little deeper,
Right.
you know, because that person is not with what's happening in this career
Right,
field right now.
Well,
So-
and I think that's just it. Is I talk to some agents and they're just like, I don't like social media. I'm like, well, guess what? It's not going away.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, it's here. So at least
Get
have
on
some
the train or
right. And you know what? If you don't like it to do it, find someone.
Somebody.
You can hire people to do it. For, that's just the things. So surrounding yourself with people that are smarter than you, better than you, but also surrounding yourself with people that are good at things that you're not good at. And I think that's just
absolutely.
it.
Yeah, that's the best.
I mean, being
Yeah.
able to admit, like, you know what, I'm really not good at that. Like, I am great coming up with ideas. Great coming up with ideas. But like some of the projects that we've done with Women Build for Habitat for Humanity. I mean, if it wasn't for like Brittany and some of the people that have been like on our team, it would have never been executed. I'm like, yeah, I got all this up here, but I don't know how to make it. I don't know how to make
that's
it work.
like me with Donine. I've always had an admin, even from the very beginning,
Yeah.
because that stuff makes me crazy. And I take 50 times longer as she gets in there. Next. I'm like,
I know. Yeah.
Well, great for that.
I know, but then you're just like, thank you.
Amen. Amen. Absolutely. And the other thing I think that we have learned that we are learning to tell the story. And so this is kind of why we pulled this together too. I mean,
Yeah.
Fabio just really felt like we needed to do these, but we decided it wasn't so much about real estate, that we really wanted to pull in all the business owners, the small business owners here in town, and bring their story forward.
Right. Yeah.
Because nobody knows. I mean, just like every day we sit here and we learn more about the person that's in the hot seat.
Yep.
So, and it's a story.
hot.
Yeah.
My seat's not too hot.
Every house we sell, every client we are with, there is a story. It's
Well,
not
and
just
that's just-
sold.
Well,
you
but
know?
that's just it. There is a reason why. And all of your clients, there's a reason why they're selling their home, or there's a reason why they want to buy a new one.
That's true.
Sometimes they're happy stories, and sometimes they're not. And I mean, I think again, like that's just what it shows. It's the relationship, and it's as agents that you guys really getting to know them.
Yep.
Well, and then part of it too, it's a relationship with everybody on your team.
Absolutely.
Yes, it is.
And
Yes.
it's a relationship with other agents. It's a relationship. We win deals because they know that we're going to get it to the settlement table.
Right. Yes.
Because we have a history with everybody. They're
Yes.
like, okay, we know this lender, we know this title agent, and we know you guys. Let's go.
Yeah. Right.
So it's great.
Collaboration.
Collaboration.
Oh, wait a minute,
What
hold
a
on.
Concept.
Collaborate and listen.
Oh yeah.
That's another 80s reference, but just keep.
You
But
see, you're giving a lot of tips. Good
collaboration versus competition. That's the biggest deal. I mean, and I think that's kind of where my heart is. Fabio and I both, I mean, we really feel like our heart goes out to a lot of the agents right now. I know they're struggling.
Right.
The market has cut in half, and there's not buyers coming all over the place right now. So,
but this
how do
is
you
a-
feel that?
So here's
What's
the
your
thing.
crystal ball say?
Yes, hold on. Let me pull. Yes, let me look into. Well, I mean, it's real estate is very cyclical. I mean, it's up and it's down. It's up and it's down. And this is something too where Mike is actually teaching a class at FAR next week. A lot of you have heard this, and it's Marry the House and Date the Rate.
Right.
So, I mean, rates now are, not as low as they were, a year ago. But they're not, I mean, like, I remember.
What's the average norm? Is 7. Historically, ever recorded
Well,
was
correct.
7%.
Yes,
yes,
yes. That's what
over
I'm
the
saying. So we are
18
still
and
below.
the 12 and
Right,
whatever
we are
else.
still below average. It's just that in the past few years, we have just gotten so used to.
That's
Well, I mean, like
that door has closed,
Right.
closed.
I remember listening to my dad. Like we had moved back from Nebraska. We moved to North Carolina. They still had a mortgage in Nebraska and a new one in North Carolina. And I mean, I remember them talking about 12 and 14% interest rates on 2 houses.
Oh, Lordy B.
Yeah, I mean, thankfully it didn't last for that long, but
Wow.
I definitely did not get new shoes that year. It was a rough year.
That's like me. I went to the Sears shoe department that year and got my job, so I could get them half price.
Yes. Oh my God, Sears and Roebuck. Yes.
Back in the day.
That was my grandmother's favorite credit card. Oh my God. Like I would go stay with her in the summer, and that's what she would
Show up, go
Yeah,
shopping.
Yes, yeah. And now you couldn't go shopping to any place that maybe you really wanted to. But
Right.
You could go get.
I guess
you
you
could
like
go
to
get-
buy clothes. I don't know why I got that feeling.
Well, actually, more shoes, and we might have to repost.
Yeah, we need
The
to do
shoe.
that.
We need to repost that we did.
Oh no, we have to find the boots. We didn't find that.
Oh
so
my
we
God!
need to
Hold
show
on.
the people.
I found some new. They're like they come up to like right here, and they're silver and sparkly.
Nice.
I'll have to find. Okay. Anyways, well, no, because it doesn't matter how much weight that you gain or lose, your shoes still fit.
Oh, that's true. That's true. That's
You
true.
think?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, my clothes certainly haven't.
Well, that's what each of us probably have a nice closet full of something that we can
I don't like
donate.
I don't like to buy clothes. Oh, I donate a lot.
You
yeah, I
do?
do.
Yeah. I got like half a closet that I could probably go through.
Well, I try to every time
Get
that
rid
I
of.
get something new, I say, and then I go to my closet and I say, "I'm so sorry, but you have to go down," and and I try to get rid of right away because
Yes.
I'm really attached to them, so I have to put it in the bag and just
Not look
forget
at
about
it,
it.
and it's probably going, are you kidding me? You loved me last week.
I have some jacket. They kill a lot of pants.
Aww, I'm so sad. I'm so sorry.
Oh my goodness. So back to the crystal ball.
Oh, yeah, so
just
back to
for
the crystal ball,
grins,
yes.
you know, and we sat through, what's his name,
Yoon.
Lawrence Yoon yesterday, and I mean they're all numbers guys. This
Right,
guy
yes,
is, an economist.
Economics.
Yeah, so his whole preface of, he showed the graphs and how crazy these last 2 years were.
Yes.
Totally out of control. But yet he felt like the interest rates were not going to go much higher than 6%.
Correct.
And then maintain.
Yeah. And what
So-
I
Well,
think that-
maintain for a while.
Yeah,
and then,
for a
and
while.
Then, and
Well,
then we
start
certainly
going back
do
down,
expect.
but
Yes.
they're not doing the 9 or the 12% thing.
well,
that
everybody
he
was
didn't
expecting
feel.
by the end of the year it's going to be around 7, and
Right.
it really was kind of crazy because everybody was, that's maybe create everybody to be in panic mood, that
Yes,
way.
I do believe that there are people out there that put stuff out there just to create panic.
Well,
and
of course,
stay
that's
away.
what sells.
Stay away from those people.
Yeah.
Go to your trusted people that have actually been, that have been doing this, for longer than a hot minute.
One of the things that he said yesterday makes a lot of things to wonder is that everything that he's seen in the right now in the situation is completely different. There's something that you can even see because there's a lot of jobs.
Yes, that's what he
opportunity.
said. There's tons of jobs.
Yeah.
But yet,
People just don't want to work anymore.
Yeah, well, he said that there was sometimes not so great jobs, but that's a lot of jobs right now.
Right. Yes.
So, and he was talking about by the time that like in 2008, that people was kind of worried about it. He said right now people are the loan officer are worrying about that you are working, that you make the money that you can be able to pay the mortgage. And the other thing is we don't have enough inventory.
Correct. I mean, it is getting better, but I mean, and that's the thing where, I'm also part of the Builders Association, and that's just it, is that as far as like new construction homes, like in this area, we are actually down like almost 20%
right.
of the new homes that are supposed to be available.
But it was already down a chunk of
Yes, it
chunk
was.
before
Yes, it was already
COVID,
down. It was
way low, the lowest historically ever,
Yes.
too. So,
But I mean, but real estate is still your best investment.
Oh, it is.
Always.
it
I
is.
mean, they're not creating any new land. Well, I mean, maybe in Dubai, didn't they like create some islands or
Yeah.
something?
Yeah.
They did.
When the
did,
tide
they
goes
did,
out.
Yes, when
they
the time.
did.
Yes. Okay. I don't know. If
But
we're
we
doing
have
that
enough
here.
land. We don't need
Yeah,
to
I don't
do
know if
that.
they're doing it out of here. But so real estate is still always your best investment. And so whether you're buying it for you and your family, whether you're buying it for an investment, for yourself or whatever, it's still, you're going to get more return on that investment.
and it may go this and it may go this,
Right.
but you still, then you use
Yes.
it wisely when the time is right.
Yes.
So
yes.
that's, it's funny because I don't know what I was listening to. One of the 50 things I always listen to every day, it was that somebody said, in lieu of, saving money for your child's college
Yes.
education, buy an investment
Yeah,
house,
that's
a little
true.
house, a townhouse, or something, a little rambler,
Yes.
and keep it as an
So,
investment.
so there's
house.
actually a real estate agent that I worked with a lot. He's got 5 children, and that's what he did. And so he has, and that's what he has done. He has become very, very successful. But he has bought a house for each one of his children that once they turn 18 will be, their investment. And I mean, and
That
think
makes
about
sense.
What
it.
a wonderful gift.
Yes, and,
Yeah, that
and I
makes a
think
lot of
I think
sense.
like when he did this, his youngest was about 5 maybe. But can you just imagine that again, like they're being smart and paying this off and stuff like that. Some of them he was able to actually pay cash for. Some he did loans. But still, I mean, like that's going to be almost pure profit
Right.
when those kids get that age
Well,
for just the small investment in the beginning.
the other mentality is our first-time home buyers can't buy a house. That bucket between 200 and
Yes.
400 is being bought up by investors right now too, that are cash buyers that
Well,
want to
but-
hold and
but that's
rent
where,
sometimes.
But that's where also too that the Fed is trying to kind of curb that. So again, that like if you're buying a home that's not your primary resident,
Right.
you're going to pay a higher interest rate
Right.
on that.
Yeah,
right.
And again, full disclosure, I am not a loan officer. Again, I am a marketing specialist. I am director of all things fabulous. A business. I mean, we come with all the names. Not a loan officer.
But that's true, though.
So,
I mean,
I mean,
if you
it just-
buy an investment home, your interest rate is
Right,
higher.
right. It is gonna be higher. And-
some
and
people
so-
do that little mortgage fraud thing, which it doesn't look fine. I mean, that
I don't want
not
to talk
good.
about that. I don't want to.
Not
Hold
good.
on, yeah, hold on. Can we erase that part? We don't want to talk about
But
that.
I mean, there are, but it's unacceptable.
Yes.
It truly is unacceptable. But honestly, I think that as an investment for your kids, if you can do that, how fabulous is that? Because these kids might not be able to
Yeah.
afford a home. And if you have these investment houses each signed to each
Yeah.
child, how fabulous. What a
Well,
gift.
and so like when my kids, my daughter and my grandkids, my son-in-law out in Seattle, when they bought their house, which I mean it's really scary. It is a beautiful 2-level condo townhouse and everything, really nice. But out there it's like $500,000.
My son lives out there. too.
Yes, and it's just like but
Yeah.
but that's what I did for them. I was able to give them money, to be able, instead of doing like a lot of different
gift them.
Right. I was, instead of doing like a lot of little like tchotchke things, whatever, like, I would send them, this is for your down payment. This is to get
Nice.
into your house,
Nice.
This is for the washing machine in your
Good
house.
mom.
Thanks. I'll make sure.
I have to be just like you.
I make sure I'll tag Sarah and Justin in this too,
That'd
and
be
then they can
awesome.
comment on this. But then Justin, my son, and my daughter-in-law, Allie, they're down in the Tidewater area, and they're looking at buying a house next year, and that's what I told them too. It's like I love to that's the whole reason why I work. I
Right.
work to be able to give back to my family and to my community.
Yeah.
Again, like I didn't have that much, and I've been up and down like so many times like in my life and everything, and so it's being able to give to other people, and and sometimes it's a monetary thing, but again, sometimes it's just your time. It's sitting down there.
It is really.
It's sitting down there with someone, and and again, and like listening to them, and as we're talking about real estate, someone that maybe says, I really, I want to get out of this rental. I really don't know what I can do. It is sitting down there and listening to where they're coming from. And working with someone. I was just talking with Josie Ramos, who is for the Central Virginia Housing Coalition. I think that's who it is. Sorry if I got that wrong. But she said in like 2 years that she helped over 300 families get into houses.
That's awesome.
Yes. And so, so it is. It's just, it's listening to where people are coming from.
Right.
It's still the American dream to own a home.
Well,
It really is.
generational
Yeah, that's
wealth.
true.
Yes,
Generational
yes,
wealth
yes.
is what we all just need to kind of
Right.
keep in mind.
And we're all coming from it from different backgrounds, from different points of view. But the point is again, like we're all working together.
Yeah.
We can actually help more and more
More
people,
people, that's true.
be able to achieve that dream. One more word. Casa.
Casa.
we got casa, right?
Pues pueden ver que ella habla muy bien el español.
Whatever he said. No,
funny.
mi casa es su
Casa.
casa.
Yeah, you got it. So this is
funny.
amazing. I mean, didn't I tell you that she's gonna be?
Yes, absolutely.
Hold on.
No,
Well, you
knew that,
I
you
mean,
knew
was there
that.
ever
Yeah,
any
yeah.
questions?
I'm just glad I kept you awake.
No, it's just so funny. We got all day long. We had to get up at 4:45 to leave to be up there at 8:00 in the morning.
And we got lost.
Wow.
And we got a little lost, and we got there, and it was amazing.
Wait a minute, hold on. Who was driving?
Oh, she's the
He was
driver.
navigating.
She's the
Okay,
boss.
so you were the co-pilot.
Yes.
So what happened?
Well, what's in English?
There's a couple George
address was in
Mason
English.
University
Yes,
campuses.
yes,
we
there
found
is.
out yesterday.
Well, yeah. So my yes.
It was like, what? But it's all good. We got there.
Yeah,
we had
and
a
there's actually one
blast.
like out in Manassas too. Yeah, there's a lot of campuses.
Yeah.
But we didn't know that.
Yeah.
But that was
Go
We
Mason.
know. We know now. We had an amazing dinner
But
at
you
a
know,
Thai
you're
restaurant.
changing a lot. You're changing a lot.
I
Because
am?
yeah, because when I said, oh my God, we're in the wrong address, she was so calm. She said, oh, it's only 45.
I wasn't.
It's only 35
It's only
minutes.
35 more minutes.
Yeah,
Well,
so-
no. So hold on. So the address that you sent me on the Google Calendar invite, my map was not picking it up because it was telling me that what is this Patriot now? Patriot Highway.
Patriot.
See,
well,
it's both,
blah, blah,
but it was
blah, blah,
picking
blah,
up
blah, blah,
Patriot
blah.
Drive, and it was trying to tell me that it was 30 minutes away out
But
here.
it happens before.
Somebody
I don't know
else
what
went
happened
there.
with the GPS right now. It's a few times.
Well, we have to just go out and wave.
Yeah, you know what?
Wave at people when they go by. I'm glad you made it.
I'm gonna say, you know what? I'm just gonna we're just gonna blame it on GPS.
Yes.
It's not our fault.
You know,
It's
that
just
wasn't my fault. It was the GPS. Yesterday.
No, I absolutely found me.
But
I just went with it.
I'm so
he
proud
was
of
proud
you.
of me
I'm
for
so
not
proud
going
of
crazy.
You were so smiling and said, "Oh my gosh."
Well, I'm just pleased that you were able to come with. And then we have our new videographer, Matt, came with us, and he got there. He didn't come with us. He actually got there before us, got everything organized, was all ready to rock. I'm like, I love this kid, you know. So he's going to be amazing.
Oh yeah, hold on. That is a great tip too. Like, definitely surround yourself
With younger people.
Yes, with the
Oh,
millennials
yeah. Oh my
that
God,
know how
yes.
to use.
Yes.
So, I mean, that's one thing that my son actually did for my birthday. He came up and he's like, "What do you want?" I'm like, "I want you to come to my house and fix all the things." I'm like, "I can't get YouTube on here. I can't get my printer to work.
love it.
I can't do this." And he did. He just he just fixed
That's
everything.
the best gift
he
on
put
earth.
he put some apps on my phone so I can
my
actually.
God.
Yes, I know.
Can you send it to my house? Oh my God.
You know what? He might be up for hire. I'll have to check.
We learned about parking too yesterday. Fabio has an app so you can pay the parking thing. Well, then this gentleman from DC, he's like, because we were like, you can only do it 2 times, I think.
Yeah.
2 times.
And so we ended up doing you ended up doing almost 6 times yesterday.
Four times. 4 or 5.
Anyway,
4 times.
Fabio's like, I am not moving that car. So anyway, the guy goes, well, just act like you forgot or you misread wherever your car was, and just pay on the other one across the street, and it worked.
Okay, hold on. Maybe we should wait a minute. Uh-oh.
No,
I
but
shouldn't
it
say
was.
that, but you know.
But he wasn't.
Well, we pay.
He wasn't a younger kid. He was just because it was a regional thing. He knew because he lived in DC.
Okay.
You know,
okay.
so parking is crazier there than anywhere, right?
Yes.
So anyway, he was super sweet,
Yeah,
super helpful.
That was very nice.
Yes.
Very nice. Very nice.
Well, thank you. We just want to say thank you so much.
Thank you for inviting me. I feel like so honored. I mean, because you've had so many people
on your finding getting you in the door.
Well, okay. I mean,
such a busy woman.
yeah.
That's a busy woman.
Wait, I have to tell one more story.
Oh God.
The truck story
The truck?
Which one?
in front of.
Oh Lord.
That was
Missy.
hilarious. She was like, your brother's truck? Or
No, it was actually my cousin, and it was actually it was not a fun time because this is when my grandmother was living with me, and she had fallen. She went to the hospital. We had to get her in some assisted rehab place, and so my cousin Rebecca came up. Well, God, yes, we did that too. But my cousin Rebecca came up, and she was helping me try to find places, and so after looking around, that's a whole another scary.
It is hard.
But anyways, and so we ended up down at Fahrenheit, one of my favorite places to go. But any of the that are around here, they have essentially what they call the fish bowl. That people sitting inside are looking at us out there, and we were so excited that we had a spot like right up front. Well, my cousin tried to pull in there.
Well, wait. Tell them about the vehicle.
Oh, hold on. It is a big.
It's probably the biggest damn truck you can get.
Well, I mean, so
with big mirrors.
Yes, it had big.
And
so I'm
big
trying to think. So hold on.
pitch.
So we're at Palenka Nissan right now. So I'm trying to think. So what's a Nissan? Maybe like an Armada. I know, like a Toyota
huge.
Tundra or something that.
And the parking space was this
I
big.
mean, maybe like an F, like 250, 350. I mean, it was a big, and it was lifted, of course, too. And she's actually shorter than me.
Yeah, 5 something here on a good hair day.
Yeah, yep. On a good hair, yeah. And so big giant truck, and of course I wasn't used to driving it, and she's like, I'm not getting in there, and I'm like, oh, let me try this. And I think parallel parking, Missy, what would you say? It took me, maybe like 17 tries. It was
hilarious. So everybody from Fahrenheit came out on the sidewalk. We're like,
that's
when she
that's
finally
right.
got a part, everybody's like, yeah!
I got a standing ovation.
She
Yes.
took a little
So you
bow.
made it.
I made it. Hold on. But again, wait a minute. Hold on. I changed my perspective. I didn't give up, and I surrounded.
That's what I'm talking about.
And I
Surrounded
surrounded
us
myself
up.
with people
And
that
we were
can
all
help
pushing
me.
you up.
Yes.
That was
Coachable.
hilarious.
Cheerleaders, teachable, trainable, coachable, and make sure you always have a cheerleader in your
And
corner.
did you get a drink free that night?
Well, I mean, probably got a couple, but anyways. Again, Missy, that's another story.
I know.
Okay.
But that was a great memory. That was a lot of
Yes.
fun. And
Yes.
everybody was supporting you even
Yes.
then.
Right, yes.
So,
That's
but
good.
thank you
That's
so
good.
much for
Thank
coming
you.
today.
Yes, thank you.
And,
Thank you.
And hopefully much success in your new endeavors
yes,
here.
Yes, I just got elected to the 2023 board. So,
For FAR.
For FAR. So so I will really excited, looking forward to serving my
make
community
us
I
again.
belong to FAR now.
Yeah, so he can't get yelled at
After
when he
2
shows
years,
up.
but I am.
Yes.
Thank you. You know what? Thank you for being a member, and thank you for your vote, Fabio. And you know what? I will do my best to speak for
And Spanish.
and Spanish. That's what I'm gonna do. I'll do my best. Actually, we have fabulous, amazing loan officers.
Yeah.
And we just hired a
Alicio.
yeah, we just hired it. Yeah, but of course, I mean, with Selena and Karen, and we just hired Emily too.
Oh, okay.
Emily Venture, yeah. So we have amazing loan officers.
Just growing.
Oh well, that's my job.
Yeah, I can
Nice.
tell, I can tell.
Nice.
Well,
Well, thank you for
Yep,
hanging
thank
with
you
us
again.
for a little bit.
Yep. And I'm gonna go meet my dad at Kickback Jacks.
Nice. I think we may have to go.
Hey,
gotta-
join
Oh,
us.
you
oh no,
gotta show a
after
house.
showing. Yeah.
Okay,
Anyway,
well, come
guys.
on. Yeah, join us.
Anyway, guys, remember you just have to subscribe, click the red button, follow us, and if you have any question, whatever question, or if you want somebody else to be here as a guest, just
Yes, absolutely. If there's anybody that you all think we could help by bringing a light to their business and their personality.
Actually, you know what? I will give you a list of some people. I mean, I have come across and worked with some pretty amazing people.
Awesome.
One of the first person that comes to mind is Cassie Kimberlin. She is the one who's in charge of Greater Fredericksburg Habitat for Humanity.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
and we're getting ready to start 12 new houses. It's one of the biggest things.
so
Yes,
we
it's-
need to be a part of that.
Yeah.
Yes,
So,
definitely
okay.
be a part of that. And a huge shout out to Tim again. Thanks for letting us use your space here. I'll make sure I tell your mom thanks too.
Well, guys, so I
That's
see
it.
you next week and wait for the Spotify to see this amazing what is it?
Interview.
Interview.
Yes. Bye, you all. Thank you. Take care.
So glad you joined us today.
Please message us on Facebook, and Fabio and I will respond to all your questions as soon as possible,
Find us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcast.
or anywhere you listen to your podcast.